journal entry crinkled under my fingers as I panned the flashlight across the sunken lighthouse's cold, wet walls. My great-uncle's scrawling hand had noted in his final hours that he'd seen something beneath the waves, an entity with a voice like shattered glass calling out from the depths, its presence more deadly than any storm. The ink smeared where water had seeped through the paper. Why now? What was so urgent that it couldn't wait? Panic churned in my gut as I noticed his recent calls were all to Sheriff Holloway, each time ending with Leela's name whispered softly into the receiver. She, the enigmatic daughter of the local fisherman, had started talking about new marine conservation efforts lately, a sudden shift from her usual reserved demeanor. Her eyes held a glint that sent shivers down my spine. Then came the text, "Meet me at midnight by the old pier, there are secrets about what really happened." The message was signed with an eerie smiley face, its pixels twisting and contorting into something more sinister than they should have been allowed to be. My phone buzzed again as I stared at it, a low vibration that seemed to echo in my bones. I tried calling back but only got voicemail. Holloway's gruff voice cut through with an abrupt message about needing me to cover for him tonight. He'd be running late from some emergency meeting downtown, he said, and Leela would keep watch over the pier until his return. My fingers tapped nervously against my leg as I made my way to the old wooden planks where shadows danced in the moonlight. The air was thick with salt and a cold wind that seemed to whisper secrets only heard by those who dared to listen closely. The sea itself felt more alive tonight, its waves rolling like an ominous promise of something far darker beneath their surface. As I approached the pier's end, Leela stood waiting, her silhouette blending seamlessly into the night. "Thought you might come," she said softly, her voice tinged with a familiarity that made my skin crawl. She stepped closer, and I could see now how her eyes seemed to glow faintly in the dark. "Why are you doing this?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady despite the fear tightening around my chest like an unseen hand. Her smile widened as she took another step towards me, the air growing colder with each movement. "Because," she replied, "the mermaid wants her song heard." Suddenly, a chilling melody rose from the water, a haunting tune that twisted and wove through the night air, drawing everything in its path closer to the edge of madness or death. The pier's wooden boards groaned under an unseen weight as Leela's form began to shimmer and change, scales appearing where her skin should be. "You shouldn't have come," she whispered, now fully transformed into a creature from nightmares, her voice no longer human but a siren's call that pierced through my thoughts with razor-sharp clarity. "But you won't leave empty-handed." Panic surged through me as I turned to run, only for the wooden planks beneath my feet to give way under the weight of her presence. Water rushed up around us, cold and dark, dragging me towards the depths where the mermaid's lair awaited. In those final moments before darkness claimed me entirely, I saw Holloway approaching from afar, his silhouette too late against the encroaching tide. His voice called out frantically as Leela's form disappeared beneath waves that swallowed everything whole. The last thing I heard was a haunting laughter that echoed through my mind long after consciousness faded into oblivion. When rescue teams pulled me free hours later, Holloway had gone missing, leaving behind only his uniform and a journal entry eerily similar to my great uncle's, marking the start of another cycle in the mermaid's eternal game.